the fascist Oromo regime of Ethiopia used a Turkish drone in a strike that killed nearly 60 Orthodox Christian refugees. On January 7, 2022, Orthodox Christmas, shortly after midnight, Turkish drones carried out an airstrike on a camp for internally displaced people in the town of Dedebit, in the Tigray region of Ethiopia. Hundreds of hungry people made homeless by the war in Ethiopia, mostly women, children, and elderly men, slept on a cramped floor in an empty school with a tin roof. With a flash in the dark, the building and the grounds around it were struck by drone-delivered bombs, killing at least 59 people and gravely injuring dozens more. According to an aid worker whose organization worked at the camp for internally displaced people in Dedebit and analyses of satellite images of the impact sites, he and other aid workers at the camp, located in the northern Ethiopian region of Tigray, were adamant the people killed and wounded were civilians fleeing the war, not combatants in it. The Washington Post analyzed photos of shrapnel and satellite imagery and cross-referenced video of the aftermath to confirm that Turkish-made precision-guided munitions were used in the strike, which took place in the early hours of January 7th. The Ethiopian military is the only party in the conflict known to have access to armed drones. The use of a precision-guided weapon in the strike in Dedebit raises questions about the Ethiopian government's targets, which internal documents at aid organizations say have hit not just this camp, but also other locations far from the battlefield, including a flour mill, a public bus, farms, hotels, and busy markets.
Those documents, which were shared with the Washington Post, say more than 300 civilians have been killed by drone and airstrikes since last September, including more than 100 since the start of this year. Those deaths represent a fraction of the thousands who are estimated to have died in the conflict and more than 4 million others, in Tigray and neighboring regions, who face a humanitarian crisis. Expert witnesses. Wim Zwijnenberg, project leader of humanitarian disarmament at PAX, which identified the MAML weapon, said Turkey could not wash its hands of the matter. There is a very strong case to make that these drones should never have been exported at all, he said, noting that Turkey is a signatory to the UN's Arms Trade Treaty, which stipulates a risk assessment should be done on the potential of human harm before a sale is carried out. While Turkey signed the pact in 2013, it has not ratified it. Zwijnenberg also stressed the need for information on the potential involvement of Turkish personnel in the deployment of the weapons, because this is technology that requires a lot of maintenance and piloting. Turkey could be made directly responsible if there is a consistent pattern of drone strikes used against civilians and Turkish crew is on the ground doing maintenance on the drones, he said.